My name is Bob Balcerzak, and I'm married, and I have 2 children. I'm very active, as is my wife. I like to ski, I like to windsurf. This whole thing started sort of insidiously. I believe it was a hamstring injury, and I believe I started it with excessive stretching, and I ignored it. And I was skiing and had a wipeout on a mogul. It sort of really ripped that hamstring.
Bob had a skiing accident when he initially injured his hamstring, okay? He had a proximal hamstring or hamstring injury up at the top part where it attaches to the pelvis. People will often present with buttock pain. That's a very common complaint. His MRI ended up showing that his hamstring had completely torn off the bone. The majority of hamstring injuries do not need surgery. Most hamstring injuries are at the musculotendinous junction, okay, which is further down, kind of near the muscle belly, so mid-thigh. Most of those can be treated with anti-inflammatories, physical therapy, maybe even an injection. The more proximal injuries tend to be a little bit more difficult, and so some of these need surgery, especially the acute ones like Bob's. Traditionally, these have been fixed through an open incision. The way I trained to do it, though, we could do it called endoscopic proximal hamstring repair, or through small incisions, so 3 1-centimeter incisions using an arthroscope. That has a couple of advantages. One is it's minimally invasive. Like any minimally invasive surgery, it's going to be less painful, less scar tissue formation, both contributing to a quicker recovery. Also, with this kind of thing, I feel like I can actually see better with the scope than I can through an open incision, especially in this case.
So following the surgery, I felt much better than I had after the accident and before the surgery. I started physical therapy after 2 weeks. Dr. Moroski's team was always there for any questions I might have. The care that I received was absolutely phenomenal. The support from the beginning to the end was way beyond expectations. It changed my life. I was skiing, and there's no skiing if you don't have a hamstring or if you're hobbling around. You're not doing that. My quality of life was able to continue.
Bob had surgery, and then typically for this type thing, it's 4 weeks on crutches and then 4 weeks in a brace. Bob was back to windsurfing by 3 months and back to skiing, I think, whenever the next winter rolled around.